Hi, this is Randall Garrett from Bowie County Metal Detectors. Now live from the Black 88 Studios in Schweinfurt, Germany, it is Lance. And from the GDA Studios in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it is Dave. And this is Global Detecting Adventures, the podcast.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us on this wonderful Father's Day. I got Dave, and we also got another special guest standing by as well, who's going to be coming in and talking with us here in just a few minutes. Dave, how's it going?
I'm doing good. Happy Father's Day out there to all you dads. I'm Dave D, back in the saddle, high atop the Lambeau Field atrium in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
So I guess
internet connection back.
Yeah, I guess the closet situation last week got worked out.
Yeah, I kind of miss it, Kind of miss the comment and all the detergents and just getting to know all those chemicals was really kind of neat. Anyway, yeah, it's a Father's Day weekend, and I know a lot of fathers and dads are going out there with their kids doing a little bit of hunting this day, which hopefully they'll have a really good time. I went hunting with my dad once, and I can't do that. I just put the nix on it after the first time. He's Italian. He's a really good-natured guy, but I'm digging up the hole, and I don't even have the target extracted, and he's already planting a tomato plant. So I just can't have that, So, Dad, we don't need any more tomatoes, please. We're metal detecting. So, yeah, we put the nix on that one. But anyway, I've been out a couple times this week, maybe about half a dozen times, about 1-2 hours at a pop. And, I got some neat stuff dug. We'll talk about that a little later. But I'm really having a slump in the silver department. I don't know if I'm in the wrong locations or I'm just not having the luck like some of our diggers are having in GDA. But later on, we have a guest who's just doing fine in the silver department. He's already exceeding his silver count for the year ago. Mr. Tommy Decker. He's the real urban legend. He hunts the concrete jungles of Chicago.
Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting one. I just want to know, I just can't even think about, a concrete jungle metal detector, going around, traffic flowing in every direction, and you're just out there with headphones and a metal detector swinging around.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that. I have plenty of questions for him. Trying to get some tips and advice from him, digging in neighborhoods and things like that. But I don't know about in Germany, man. But it's been really hot here in the last couple weeks. It's high 80s, kind of humid, muggy, no breeze. So I've been really doing like selective old man digging, I would call it. just stay in the shade underneath the trees. There might be like a treasure somewhere in the sun, but I wasn't going to go there and try to dig that one up. But speaking about, going out to parks, the other day I called a friend of mine, and he is the one half of the Dig Dudes, Steve Graap, and see what he was doing. And he was going out to some Nina and Appleton and in that area with a friend to do some digging. So I decided to go out almost in the same area, but a little bit more south of that in the town of Appleton. And dug a city park. It's called the City Park. It was formed in like 1898, so the park was pretty old. And I got there pretty much at a good time. They were just breaking down. They must have had some kind of race or run there. There's a bunch of tents, and they were bringing that down. So I'm glad I got out there.
Yeah,
I was able to. I was out there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours tops, and wasn't really finding much first, and then all of a sudden I hit this hard signal. It was showing shallow. I was in my relic mode of my V3I, and so I started digging, and I'm down about a foot, and I finally see a piece of metal. So I'm digging, and I'm trying to get it out, and I'm thinking it's probably just one of those barrel wraps or something like that, or some old piece of scrap metal. And I pull it out, and unbeknownst to me, that was an old porcelain sign and I couldn't really read it till I got home, and I had to do some little detective work on it. But it read Old Dutch cleansers.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on, looks like it, cleanser.
Yeah, I have a picture that the one I found is really kind of hard to see. And then I went online, and that one you can actually read it. That's just a picture of somebody that was selling that on eBay. A good condition one was going anywhere from like $250 to $450.
Oh,
so I'm thinking mine was about $3 because you can hardly read it. But in that same hole, I just kept getting signals, So, but I'm digging, and there's a bunch of glass. I pulled all the glass out, and fortunate enough, one bottle was perfectly intact, and I looked that up, and it was from the 1920s. It was an old pop bottle soda in circles. An old porcelain little statue, which is really neat. And in another hole, I don't know if it was a brass or copper, because it had a really beautiful patina on there. And I'm going to say it was about maybe about 10 inches long. Nice, like a chain for, I don't know if it was for a bracelet or for a necklace for a small kid or something like that.
Yes, I saw that one as well.
But anyways, I was texting my, Steve, and back and forth, and he wasn't really finding anything, and so, I thought he was gonna, he wanted to come over and see us, but we got Steve right now on the line. Steve, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Happy Father's Day to you, Steve. I know you're one half of the Dig Fellows. You're going to be picking up your son Jack in a little while to go out and hit another park. You guys have been
Dig Dudes.
Yeah, the Dig Dudes, not the Dig Fellas. Dig Dudes. Dig Dudes. And you guys have been hitting some really good relics in the last week, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, Jack even got his V-nickel this last week.
Yeah, I just posted yesterday a video on our Facebook, his reaction running down this big hill, holding up his V-nickel and yelling the whole way. And that's how it always is with us. Well, with him anyways, because he's always the one who finds things. But he got his first V-nickel. It's an 1893. It's in pretty good shape, but
wow.
A really, really proud moment for both of us.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's a proud moment. Yep.
I did see that where you guys were in the park, which was called Fireman's Park.
Yep.
And I saw where he was running from. And if you guys went a little further towards the road, towards that sled hill,
yep.
I found a lot of relics in that area, mostly a lot of metal pieces from pumps and things like that, a lot of mason jars. So I'm assuming that there was a house or something back there at one time, or maybe a farm.
Yeah, definitely. That's been a place that we've had a lot of firsts for us. We found our first wheat penny there, our first V-nickel. I found my first gold ring there.
Wow.
A lot of stuff, and I agree with you. There had to have been a homestead of some sort there, and I've done a lot of hunting on that hill that you just mentioned, and Jack concentrates way over on the other side by the playground, and that's where he found the V-nickel. So there's a lot of stuff still in the ground there.
Yeah, you know what? I hate plugging it, but this is exactly the kind of situation where that app I've been using, the Miner's Mark, where you can plug everything that you guys are finding, and you can get an idea of where the homestead might have actually one point been sitting.
That's a really good idea. I guess I hadn't thought of doing that, but that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I'll talk with them. I know that the app's going to be coming out here real soon, and that might actually help you narrow down the area where the homestead might be, and you guys might be able to find a lot more relics because you know exactly where you've been and where you haven't been.
Now, Steve, what is some of your bucket list coins that you guys haven't found yet, or you're looking to find this year?
Well, I think you and I have discussed this a little bit, but definitely in this area, and I've talked to a lot of other detectorists around here, it's really hard to find a lot of old coins. And you said that you were kind of not finding very much silver this year, or at all. I can't remember if you said if you found any this year, but that's difficult to find around here as well. So anytime you find anything, certainly in the 1800s, it's a reason to run down a hill and scream like Jack was doing. But as far as my personal bucket list, I still have yet to find a V nickel, so Jack's already got me beat there. I would love to find a large cent, a half cent, a standing liberty. I mean, these are all fairly common coins that you see detectors posting online, but again, I go back to the fact that it's just, I don't know whether it's been just so hunted out in this area or we're just not hitting the right spots, but you know, we haven't found any of those yet. We have found our first Franklin $half this year, which was really fun for us.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, my last great day was Christmas Eve. We were still hunting here, and I just before the ground froze, I was able to get 6 silvers out of one front lawn, a total of 7 and a silver ring in 2 days there. And since then, just 4 silver coins this year. And I think that the problem is we keep going back to the same place thinking we're going to find stuff there, but we really need to hit some new locations.
Yeah, I think we're up to 22 silver for the year, which pales in comparison to, you were mentioning Tommy and the guys from Dig That Beep. They post a lot and find a lot of things. And when I see numbers in the 127 silver for the year or something, I get really jealous. But I'm happy to be in the 20s. It really comes in spurts. At least it does for us. I had a week where I found 6 silver rings in 1 week, and I hadn't found one the previous month or two. So, I don't know, it just seems to work that way.
Well, it took me forever just to get a Washington and a Roosevelt silver. I was finding older coins like the Barber dimes, Barber quarters, but I couldn't find these two, which was amazing to me because those are probably one of the most common and easy ones to find. But I guess a lot of these parks here in the area, especially Green Bay and Brown County, have been hunted to death. So we just got to do a little bit more better recon. So hopefully we can team up and the V3I sweeper and the dig dudes can get a team together called Team Wisconsin.
There you go.
And then so we could start kicking some butt over these other detectorists.
Exactly. I think I was with you when you found a silver Rosie this year over at the farm.
Yeah, actually, there was 2 in 1 hole there.
That's right.
And then I did find that ring, the silver ring with that diamond on top. But it just seems like, for some reason, even though I'm finding these kind of cool relics, and I found that old pocket watch, I'm gunning for silver. I get a better thrill of finding an old silver coin than pretty much any relic, unless it's a really, really cool relic. But
I agree with you there, but I really love the relics, which is why you had mentioned I've been hitting it pretty well at some parks around here. There's some very old parks in Green Bay, and one of them that Jack and I have been hitting used to be an old farm, and then it was turned into a park years later, probably in about the 1950s. It switched over to a park. And we were finding so much equestrian items, stirrups and buckles and horseshoes and stuff. And, those are fairly common in certain areas, but for around here, that's, it's really fun to find things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta see if I can get out with you guys again. I know you gotta get going because you gotta go pick up your son Jack. And so good luck to you on your hunt this afternoon, and happy Father's Day again. And hopefully, you get to post your finds later on GDA, so we get to see what you guys come up with today.
We certainly will, and I thank you for having me on. And happy Father's Day to you guys and everyone out there.
And to you too. And make sure to tell Jack hey from me. And I know Dave talks with you guys quite a bit. So,
all right, you guys have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye.
Thank you. All right, that was Steve Graap, and he's dad of Jack, and they're the Dig dudes, and you can catch them on our Facebook page, and you can see some of their great finds that they have.
Yeah, they've really been going out there. I'm just, between you and them and a lot of other people, it's just. I've had one of the worst years detecting, and I've only been detecting a year and a half, and and then I see some of the stuff like your post from the other day. It's just driving me crazy seeing all this stuff.
Lance, I think we're getting a little bad connection here. Can you? Yeah, you're crackling up a little bit.
Am I?
Yeah. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break, and then you can fix your audio there, and then we'll come back with Tommy Decker.
All right, we'll go ahead and do that. So, everybody, you just stand by. I'll go ahead and play the commercial. We'll talk to you all in a second. Talk to you then. Myself and Dave were good friends with Sarah and Randall Garrett, the creators of the online shop, BowieCountyMetalDetectors.com. They offer some ridiculously low prices on all their equipment, from metal detectors, pinpointers, hats, caps, you name it. But until the 26th of June, we are offering a special promotional code only for listeners of the Global Detection Adventures podcast. For your first purchase, when you check out, you have 3 codes that you can choose from. If you're looking for a brand new metal detector, type in GDA1 on checkout. If you're looking for a new coil for a metal detector you already have, type in GDA2. If you're looking for a new pinpointer, type in GDA3, and you will save an additional 5% on top of the ridiculously low prices that they're offering on their equipment. So, mosey on over to BowieCountyMetalDetecting.com and take advantage of these promotional offers. They're only good until the 26th of June. Go get yourself some new equipment. New metal detector, GDA1. New coil, GDA2. New pinpointer, GDA3. And that's only available at BowieCountyMetalDetectors.com. Yeehaw! Well, happy Father's Day to everybody that's out there listening right now, from GDA and from Blackadda as well. Take this time and go over to blackadda.com and see their wonderful line of digging accessories. They got some of the best shovels, some of the greatest shovels I've ever used. I have the Extended Invader and the Stingray, so I got one for just about every case. Blackadda has a digging utensil for just about every single kind of thing that you need, from beach hunts to deep water hunts to sand to fields, woodland, you name it. They got a digging utensil exactly the kind that you need. So head on over to blackadda.com and see for yourself. Many people think that these prices got to be out of this world, but the thing is, the truth is, the prices are extremely low. You'll be surprised. Quality this good at prices this low almost never happens. So head over to blackadda.com. That's blackada.com. Check it out for yourself. Give yourself a Father's Day present. Get a brand new digging utensil. Check it out. Happy Father's Day from Blackadda, from myself, and from Dave. We hope you guys have a great hunt. Happy hunting, good luck, and let's dig it up, y'all. Well, welcome back. All right, so with us right now, you'll hear a little bit of background noise. That's going to be Tommy Decker. We're with him he's in Chicago, and so yeah, Tommy Decker is, as we refer to, the urban detector. He detects areas that I would never have dreamt of even trying to metal detect. So tell me, can you tell us a little bit about the areas that you actually metal detect? Yeah, looks like we got a little bit of a sound problem.
It doesn't this happen every week? This must be like the black cloud over the Global Detection Adventures head.
It's the last 3 weeks.
We try to get a guest in, and then we got some bad connections.
Yeah, I think.
Tommy, can you hear me at least? You see, there's a big delay there.
Yeah, I can hear both of y'all fine.
Okay, good. It sounds like we got you going in actually really good right now. So, yeah, Tommy is an urban metal detector, and he actually metal detects, correct me if I'm wrong, downtown Chicago?
Well, not necessarily downtown. Where I live is close to downtown, but it's not directly downtown.
So what exactly kind of areas are you metal detecting? Is it like the islands between lanes of streets, or what is it?
Well, I do some parks and boulevards. We have but about a year ago I started doing the what we call the curb strip between the grass between the sidewalk and the curb.
Oh yeah.
When you're doing these sidewalk strips, are they in residential neighborhoods or commercial neighborhoods, or both?
Oh, they're in residential neighborhoods.
Okay, so this is my problem. It's like I don't when I go out to metal detect, I like to know that no one's going to really bother me and tell me what I'm doing or start yelling at me. So, the first thing I think about, there's so many curb strips that I would love to do here in some of the older neighborhoods, but I think like they're going to come out and start yelling at me, "What are you doing on my lawn?" And then you got to explain to them, well, this is public, city property, and we're allowed to go on here. Did you ever get confronted by a resident like that?
Yeah, I get that a little bit. I try to sit there and explain to them that it's city property owned by the city and public, and we can detect it. If they have a problem with it, I'll normally just move on or just go on down the block past their house.
Huh. And it's that little strip between the sidewalk and the actual curb. So anything that's their property would go up to the sidewalk, and anything from the sidewalk and the street would then belong to the city, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you're just basically doing maybe a 12 to 20 inch strip of grass that flows alongside.
Here, most of the curb strips are anywhere between like 4 to 5 feet.
Oh.
There's some that are bigger, and there's some that are smaller. Most of them average like 4 to 5 feet.
Oh, so that's actually a pretty good area.
Yeah, I noticed you're hitting a lot of coins there, a lot of silver. Did you, as far as the silver coins? I know like you're already past your count from last year, according to your last video. But when you're doing these strips, did you ever come across any really cool relics, or is it just mostly coins and tokens and things like that?
Oh no, I get buttons and buckles and all different kinds of stuff out of there.
Very cool. A lot of jewelry, a lot of rings and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So I noticed you're using the needle coil now. Let me ask you about that. It's been out there for a while now, and I know a lot of guys are starting to use this. Do you see what benefits do you see by using the needle coil? And I know what's the size of the coil? The actual size of that tornado?
The tornado I just got for the
Yep.
We lost them.
Yeah, I think we just.
Track, it's 12 by 13. Okay, I've had Nell coils before on different machines that I've run. I had the Nell Sharp coil, a 6-inch round for my AT Pro. Hello?
Now, does the bigger coil, does it really help in the curb strips with junk? Or does it get just too big for that, or what? Or trash?
Well, my last video, we were at when I reached my silver count that I got last year, we were hunting a curb strip there. So that's the first time I was using the Nell Tornado coil, and it was doing pretty well.
So how's it about getting around trash though? Is it just too big, or is it just right size, or?
It's actually better than the stock coil for the E-Track. It was getting a lot better separation than I would get with the stock coil.
Huh.
Yeah. So is this the Nell coil? Can you use that for pretty much any detector, or is it just a certain number of detectors that can use that?
No, they pretty much make the Nell coil for almost any machine that's out there on the market.
Yeah, because what I did is the only thing I saw for the I don't know if you know anything about the Ceph coils.
Yeah.
Did you ever use one of those coils, and how do you compare that to the Nell coil?
I haven't used an SEF coil on the E-Track. I know a few guys who do, and just comparing off of me using the Nell and them using the SEFs, I imagine they'd be pretty much similar.
Yeah, I think there's a weight issue though. The SEF coils are a little heavy. So
that kind of surprised me with going to a tornado coil because it's bigger than a stock coil and yet it's lighter.
yeah, I think just the plastic that the coating is a lot less, and it's just it's housed a little bit better. But
yeah.
So you usually just go out by yourself, or you got a crew, or what's that goes out with you mostly? We got a little bit of delay here.
I do a bit of hunting by myself. Recently, I've been going out with a lot of groups of guys just so we can get to like.
Yeah, see, there it goes again. It's an issue. Unfortunately, the technology has advanced to the point where we're more connected than we've ever been in a long time, but it's the communication now seems a lot worse.
Well, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to try to redo this with Tommy. It's just too much delay when he's hearing it because we're on our PCs and he's on a phone, so the Skype thing might not be really working well like that.
Yeah.
So Tommy, we're gonna let you go, but we'll be in contact with you, and hopefully we can get this problem resolved, and then we can get you back on. And,
yeah, we're definitely going to get you back on, Tommy. I think there's about 1 million questions out there, and just like we actually had Patrick actually brought up a good point. And he said, you know how you were stating that strip was actually city property, but he actually brought up a point. It's not city's property. What they need when they need to go out there and mow it, and then all of a sudden it becomes their grass. That's what their problem is.
Yeah.
Oh well, the thing is, here in Chicago, it's city property, which makes it public. By city ordinance, they're required to mow the grass and, say, shovel the snow off the sidewalks in the wintertime. But that does not make it the homeowner's property.
Yeah, it basically makes it the
resident. Have a problem with me being there. I move on, or if they take care of it, I don't even metal detect on it most of the times.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing.
If I see flowers around the tree and it's a really nice piece of like grass, I try to pass those up. But I try to do my curb strips early in the morning, like around 6, and so just me and the paper boy are up, and nobody else is around.
So yeah,
right, Lance, I think we're gonna have to cut this one short.
Unfortunately, we're gonna bring Tommy Decker back in a future date. We'll go ahead and see if at some point we can get a better connection with him, and we might even make a special out of it instead of doing it live. We'll just do a recorded session, which we will release whenever we can get this done. So I'll go ahead and talk with Tommy right after we get done with the episode today and see if we can get this lined up. And so if anybody listening has questions for Tommy, make sure that you leave it. PM me the questions, message us on the Facebook group right under the announcement of this show going live. And when we actually record that, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and ask those questions, and then I'll let you guys know when you can download the new episode with him from either the Spreaker website or from iTunes. And I believe it's also available on Google, but I'm not sure. I don't have anything with Google Apps. So until Thomas, we're going to go ahead and let you go. I'll be in touch with you in just a few moments, but for now, we'll go ahead and let you go. So I'm going to wish you a great day and happy hunting out there.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, yeah.
It happens every week. It just seems like we had the 2 electrical storms, and then we had Stephen Ocker in a rainstorm, and I don't know. I think we're going to need to get a new venue as far as working off Skype, because for some reason we found a lot of issues with Skype. Maybe we'll have to do something different or try something new.
Yeah, unfortunately, with our current situation, we're going to have to go ahead and do it through Skype. But I'll see if there's any other way that we could import something else because of the software that I'm using. So I'll work this out and we'll get a special episode just with urban detecting on. So,
all right. So you got the BowieMetalDetectors.com.
Yep.
You talked about their grand opening sale, and they have to have a code. I think the special goes on from June 19th to July 10th.
Yeah, that's it's actually July 10th. If you listened to the commercial just a little bit ago, it was actually until I had spoken. It was until the 26th, which was false. It goes from today all the way up until the 10th of July. If they mention one of the GDA promotional codes, then they can receive an additional 5% off their purchases from BowieCountyMetalDetectors.com, which are already extremely low price for the items that they got. And then to save another 5% on top of that for your first purchase on one of the 3 items. It's just amazing. Like I said, if anybody was wanting to buy a metal detector, a new metal detector, then they would type in GDA1 as their promotional code. If they're looking for a new coil for their detector, then they type in GDA2 as the promotional code. And if they're looking for a new pinpointer, then they type in GDA3. And each one of those promotional codes will save you 5% off that specific item. So they can save up to 15% on a full purchase if they purchase a new detector, coil, and a pinpointer.
All right. Well, I know you had some good news regarding pinpointers. Are you ready to release that information?
Well, I'll go ahead and do it. I'm currently in works. I should be receiving my first pinpointer tomorrow. This is a brand new pinpointer. It's called the Metal Pointer. It's a gentleman out of China who lives in Dubai. He got sick and tired of all these self-grounding pinpointers that were on the market. So he decided to create a new pinpointer that not only needed to be grounded by everybody else, just like with the really good metal detectors where you have to ground it onto the specific ground. This metal detector, it has over a 13-inch, I think they said a 13-inch detecting rate. So you can actually, with a pinpointer, detect up to 13 inches deep. You can stick it into the ground without causing any damage to the pinpointer, without digging a hole whatsoever. Just shove it straight into the ground, and it'll actually tell you exactly where the location of the object is. And it can find, for people who are out there prospecting and everything else, they can actually find a nugget as small as 3 millimeter in diameter. So this thing is supposedly going to be a really powerful pinpointer. It hasn't been picked up by anybody. It's not being mass marketed on the moment. I'm going to be getting a test one. Oh, and by the way, this pinpointer is submersible for up to 200 feet.
Wow.
So you can actually go diving with this one as well. So yeah, this is going to be a great one, especially for the people that do any kind of metal detecting in the ocean. You don't even need the metal detector when you're using this one. You can actually just sweep this one across the ground. The other news is pretty new for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and call this one straight out. This is probably my biggest news of the week. Friday, I got home and I had a new email in my inbox, and I have been picked up with a new sponsor who's going to be sponsoring my video channels, and the new sponsor is Detectors. They're offering to send me all kinds of gear and stuff that I could use for the videos, and I couldn't be more happy about this. First of all, the metal detector that I should be getting is one that I've been wanting to get forever, which is the Quest Pro. This is a wireless. It's got a wired coil, so it's not wired in that wireless in that way. But it uses a Bluetooth headset, and it is really fantastic. If you want to see exactly this thing, check out Deep Digger Dan's review on it. He did a review on the Quest Pro. But they're also going to be sending me the X pointers as well, which is their brand new one, which is the Wader Lee. This is the one of the first pinpointers that actually has an LED display that says the strength of the target, as well as having the vibration and alarm. So,
all right. So we got a couple of reviews coming there from Lance Goolsby and his YouTube channel. Can't wait to see those.
Yeah, I can't wait to make these. Let me tell you what, I got to get a good area. I tell you what, these permissions, I couldn't be happier about these permissions. But boy, I cannot pick the place to go metal detect in these permissions.
Well, I'm gonna start back on my videos. I go always by the V3I sweeper on YouTube, and I got a question from one of my subscribers wanted me to start making videos for the newbie that has the V3i3. They're a little intimidated by a lot of the things that it can do. So what I'm going to do is do some short videos showing you how we could just turn on and go to being an expert in the V3i video or a V3i metal detector.
Yeah, that'd be interesting for me.
I'll be doing I'll probably a series, and I'll probably get about one from the amateur all the way up to probably about 10 to the expert videos. So I'll probably have a couple in the can in the next couple of weeks, and we'll get those out. And then also I'll share them on Global Detection Adventure Facebook page for anybody who has the V3i and really wants to get to know how to use it.
Yeah,
the one and only machine. And that's the one I really wanted from the beginning. I studied it for 3 years before I even before I even got it. And I've watched every single V3i video that's out there. I've watched every single training video that's out there. I've been on hundreds of forums, Spectrum V3i, White's forums. So I pretty much know that machine inside and out. And but there's a lot of things that you can do with it, and I just try to keep it simple, but I love tweaking it, especially in the different kind of conditions that you come across.
Yeah, that's one of the things. The V3I Sweeper is probably one of my most wanted ones, besides the Quest Pro and a couple other ones. The V3i is one of the most wanted metal detectors for me, but it also seems to be the most imposing for me. You take a look at it, and I look at your videos, and you got bars and graphs and charts, and basically the thing tells you everything except showing you a radar image of the thing in the ground.
Yeah, well, you can really discriminate what you want to dig or not dig between your V3i numbers. There's so many different icons. You got your different bar graphs, your pinpointing mode. There's easily a dozen ways to analyze something before you even want to dig it up, and then you get fast at it, and so just look at it, But lately, I've been trying to go through all my different modes and all my different presets, and I've just been kind of working it over and just double checking my V3i numbers and trying to dig a lot of everything. I've been playing around with the relic mode a lot and seeing how that would help out. But I always just go back to my old standard. I got my own program that I made. I'm going to share that with you guys too, and all the settings. And so I mean, you can get a lot of stuff from I have 20 videos out there that you can get a lot of things out of there. But I'm just going to kind of slow it up and make it a little bit more tech savvy for everybody to understand.
Well, I know for a fact that if I do get the Quest Pro, all my different settings on the Facebook group under Documents, I'm going to be posting all my little settings on there and what they're good for and the type of ground that they're going to be good for. So I know that the Quest Pro comes with some recommended settings, but from use and trial and error, you usually tend to find out some better settings and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's probably the same with you as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, what the good news is we're up to 4,310 members in GDA, and our followers for the for the podcast just went up another 141 in the last few days, so we're up to 3,641.
Yeah, it's absolutely unbelievable. The podcast is getting listened to crazily. It's just driving me insane seeing the amount of people. Actually, we got 3,650 now.
Wow, so we got 9 in this morning.
Actually, we just got 9 in. Let me tell you exactly when it was. We got 9 in 10 minutes ago.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad people are starting to listen and enjoy it. We're going to try to get you some really good content. We're still experimenting with the podcast. It's only our 8th show. We probably will not even really get into a full swing of it until we hit, 12 and 15 in the can. So we can get some kind of substance. We get some kind of, consistency to what we want to do, what we want to talk about. So it's still an experimental, and then pretty soon we're going to go live where you'll be able to actually see us and listen to us at the same time.
Yeah.
We're working on that right now, though.
Yeah, that's gonna be actually kind of fun. You guys can see me actually sitting on my laurels and just kind of staring at the computer screen at the same time I'm talking with you guys. But we can actually share some stuff. Some of our finds. We can hold it up to the cameras and everything else. And I'm hoping maybe if we can talk him into it. Maybe even bringing in another host that could be coming in as well, but I don't know. This is something that.
See, I've been asking around. It just you ask people, you try to promote people on this show, you try to help them, and they don't take advantage of it, and I just don't understand it. Here's you guys have some free airtime. We're here to help you. We're here to help you promote your website, your endeavors, and I think the only one who's taking advantage of it is Garrett, Bowie County, and we're happy to help them out, and promote their website and promote their metal detecting store and all that. And we urge you all to. Well, there's my daughter saying Happy Father's Day. She's got to go to work. I love you. Mwah. All right, so. We definitely like helping everybody out. It's not like we're doing this for ourselves. I mean, Global Detection Adventures is our brand, but our brand is to actually help everybody else out as much as we can. If it's from the littlest shop to the biggest metal detecting company on the planet, let us help you out. If we can help you reach more people, then let us help you. We don't expect anything in return. Yeah, I mean, there's no cost, there's no charge. It's just it just amazes me that maybe it hasn't really caught on yet, and people are just or maybe afraid to ask. But don't be afraid. We'll promote your product. We'll promote you. We'll promote your YouTube page. What are you trying to get? You're trying to get more subscribers. You just let us know, and we're here to help you out. We're not the egotistical group that you'll run into every once in a while that. They got so much restrictions on their group. You can't post a video. You can't do this. You only can do one video. You only can post one this or one that a week. And if you better promote our webpage, nobody else's. We're not like that. You can actually promote your face group page on our face group page. So just take advantage of it. And if we can help you out and getting your name out there, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, free advertisement for anybody. When I ask for sponsors, I'm doing that. Yeah, okay, I'm doing it for myself, but it's also helping us reach more people through our videos, through through our podcast, through the GDA Facebook group. There are plenty of avenues that we can get the name out there for you guys.
Just one thing is just remember, it's a hobby. It could be a profession for some people who are actually selling the metal detectors or who are representing companies like that. But, in general, it's a hobby to everybody. We've already lost one member. I don't even want to mention his name because he's a good guy and everything like that. He's having some problems with trolls and things like that. And people giving thumbs down to other people's videos, and it's just so negative, man. Just, you know what, go outside and run about 10 miles and do something better with your life than trolling other metal detecting guys.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not here to be movie stars. We're not here to to make $1 million. We're not here to get free stuff. We're here to promote the hobby and just bring it out to the limelight and just have fun with it,
Yeah, exactly. And I don't get, I kind of want to segue into this. I think this would be an actual good topic for today. I don't understand what all this animosity is from metal detectors to metal detectors that I've been seeing so much of. I've talked, I see it a lot in the UK, but I've even talked to some people like, in the United States, and they've seen it over there as well.
Well, I see it in the UK because in the United States, there's probably one or two, and they're women, and they're both my friends, and they have problems with trolls and things like that, and just why? It's first of all, why quit a group? All right, if you want to get off Facebook for a while, all you got to do is turn off your phone, turn off your computer, and you're off. If you quit Facebook or you quit a group, people could still talk about you if they want to talk about you on Facebook.
Yeah.
So so why quit every single group and leave Facebook to have to join and start all over again? In 2-3 months when you're feeling better.
Yeah. And it's weird, I was talking, we got some friends over there with the Stealth Diggers, and we were talking with them, or I was talking with them, and he's seen it not only just with the women in the United States, but he's seen, he knows a couple people who were having that exact same thing happen to them. These people were just going around and trolling and saying that they're doing illegal stuff for no apparent reason whatsoever. I mean, granted, if you know the history of GDA, then you know that me and a couple other people were involved in the exact same thing against Deep Digger Dan last year. But once I realized that
we're losing you. We're losing.
Oh, sorry. Once I realized that I had...
Yeah, you're crackling up, Lance.
Oh, man.
Are you moving around?
No, sitting still, sitting on my laurels on the chair. I'm showing it good here.
Yeah, I've got a bad connection here.
But I'll take care of that just a second. But I'll go ahead and keep talking. The thing that I've been noticing is that if you know anything about the history of Global Detection Adventures, you know that we had been actually involved in something like that. Last year, and once I figured out exactly that there was an issue going on, then I went ahead and found out the truth. I dug everything up and figured out what the truth about the whole thing was. Sorry about that, Dave. I hope that the connection's better now.
Yeah, you hung up on me, you son of a... I think we lost connection. You started crackling, and then all of a sudden I lost you. So
yeah, it's okay. So I was just talking about so once I found out the truth that all the stuff that I had been helping spread turned out to be lies, I went directly to Deep Digger Dan and apologized. And since then, I mean, we've become we're not really friendly, but we talk, and we're not in any kind of animosity toward each other whatsoever. In fact, he has none toward me. I have none toward him. I'm just surprised that he has none toward me with some of the stuff that was getting spread around. But unfortunately, the stuff is happening all over the place, and people are trolling other people who are metal detecting. And I hope that I just wish that people would just realize it's a hobby. It's supposed to be fun. We can't get this involved into it.
Well, there's always going to be that antagonizer out there, but and the thing is, you can't reach out to him and punch him in the face.
Yeah.
You don't know where he's at or where he lives. So, and I'm not condoning violence.
Yeah.
But,
none whatsoever.
But I'm saying it's a punch in the face. That means like you can't do anything about it really, because what are you gonna do? Call the Facebook police on them?
Yeah, exactly.
But it just gets old. It gets annoying. It's like I don't even want to hear it. I mean, if somebody's bothering you, that's you deal with it. You don't have to bring everybody in the Facebook family into it. And if you want to do it personally, privately, in a private message, go ahead. But what do you need to tell everybody about your problem? And so what? So you can hear them say, "Oh, poor baby," and get all that gratification because you say it doesn't bother you, but it must bother you if you post it on Facebook.
And you're trying to recruit it and trying to recruit as many fans. Yeah, and that's the thing.
It's just like
that's the thing that just trips me out. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, they're doing illegal stuff. They're doing illegal stuff," but nobody has reported anybody to the police. Why not just ignore the person? Why keep checking out, following up, and anything else? Just let them be. Let them go. Let them go do their own thing. You go do your own thing. The world will rotate no matter what. So
yeah. This whole thing is just tripping me out, downing me out. I don't want to get all bummed out over this nonsense, and I mean nonsense. If I see it again, I don't know, nothing. Nothing's going to happen.
Well, at least everybody in our group knows.
Just think about it. When somebody trolls you, they troll you. Just deal with it. Be a man. Be a woman. Deal with it. We don't need to hear you crying about one person. That doesn't do any good for us. It just brings down the whole group. It brings down the people who are your friends that have to read it. Yeah. People just they like positive stuff. People like to stay away from negative stuff. So, handle your negativity and, do it like a man. Do it like a lady. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're one of those trolls, then you need to go get a different hobby. Just leave people alone.
Yeah, well, they're going to be there because they have nothing better to do. But that's, near there. Lance, it's 1 o'clock.
Yep.
I want to go off metal detecting. It's Father's Day.
Go ahead and rub it in. You're probably going to go out, find silver. You're going to dig up the Ark of the Covenant or something. And I'm just out here digging up.
I got that last week.
And I'm out here for the last several months just hitting like crazy, but only finding, I don't know, something that fell off the most random thing of a tractor like 80 years ago. So
someone's got to find it. Yeah, I'm gonna go head out. Maybe I'll meet up with the dig dudes, see what's going on over there. It's kind of hot though still, so I don't know. It just depends how you feel when I get off this chair.
Well, take the weather and let me take it from me. We've been having thunderstorms every day for the last 3 weeks, and so take it from me. Go enjoy the weather. Put on a baseball cap. Maybe get yourself a white baseball cap on and get out there and start digging up.
Hey, this Aaron Rodgers went by. Get a little wave. Hello, buddy.
Oh, Mr. Eats a lot of grass.
All right, man. So I guess what's going on for our next show? Who's up next?
Oh yeah, let me go ahead. I got a couple announcements. As a matter of fact, I want to go ahead and do this. So first of all. Next week, the next episode, which is going to be July 3rd at 6 p.m. UK, 12 I got to get this right. 12 p.m. East Coast. Yeah, noon. Yeah.
Oh, Central time.
Yeah, Central.
Right.
There you go.
I use 6 hours difference, right?
It's 7 hours to me. You guys are 7 hours to me. So 6 hours to England, yeah. So it's 12 o'clock your time, 6 o'clock England, 7 o'clock my time, and then just adjust from there. I always have a hard time trying to figure out these time zones. We're going to have from Archaeology and Metal Detecting Magazine, Dave Sadler on board. So he's going to be coming in and he's going to be talking with us, about his his metal detecting and how the magazine, the online magazine's going, how it came about, and everything else. It's going to be a great show. So make sure you come back in 2 weeks and join us for that one. And then the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to go ahead and we got, everybody has a birthday at some point, and I wanted to go ahead and wish everybody birthdays. So let me go ahead and pull up the list of everybody that's coming up on birthdays. Bernie Caffaro, he's turning 59 years young here really soon. And so I'd like to go ahead and wish him a happy birthday. And, he's one of the members of the GDA group and one of our friends as well. So I'd like to go ahead and wish him a happy birthday. And we just had Stephen Gray had a birthday this last week. And so we'd like to go ahead and send a belated happy birthday to him. And to anybody else that's having birthdays coming up real soon, sorry I didn't have your names pulled up. I had it up earlier, but somehow that window closed. I must have moved away from it. So to everybody else, I'd like to wish you guys all happy birthdays.
All right. Well, that's it for me. Dave D, V3I Sweeper here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'll see you guys next week. I'm headed out, and hopefully I'll get that elusive silver coin that I've been looking for the last couple weeks.
And one of our listeners, Randall Garrett from Bowie County Metal Detectors, is wishing everybody happy Father's Day from Bowie County Metal Detectors as well. And from Lance G and the Black Ada Studios here in Schweinfurt, Germany, I'm going to go ahead and wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful Father's Day, and we'll see you guys on the next episode and out on the fields. All right, until next time, I'm Lance.
I'm Dave.
All right, happy hunting. This has been a production of the GDA Podcast Network.